Hey YouTube, it's Iris again. Sorry for the long delay in trying to set up my second video. No, Arya. I have two kitties, so they get curious. Let me introduce you. This is Arya. She is my first actual pet to myself, and at the old house that I had moved from, Arya, she was actually the offspring of a stray, one of many that people felt inclined to drop off over at my house. Um, I took an instant liking to her, and she in turn also really liked me. I made sure that I took her with me, and she's my unofficial companion animal. I tried taking her younger brother, but he ran away from me on the very last minute, so I couldn't wait forever. So I took Arya with me, but I got, thankfully they're both nearby. I got both of my kitties, and this one's Zelda. She's now baby stepsister. Both of my kitties are named after Nintendo games, funny enough. Arya for Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow, and Zelda for, well, Mario, I guess. No, Legend of Zelda. Um, so, with my son, who's not here with me, that is my household. Trying out here in my living room, so I have a little bit better visual. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is how in my life, what really kind of made me me um, up to this point. Um, I've noticed I do the thing a lot, so I'm going to try my absolute best to limit that. When I was younger, I was described as the very helpful type. My great grandmother, who I have unfortunately no memory of meeting her, she died when I was very, very young, my son's age, I believe. And a year before she fell down the steps, I guess I ran up to her and tried to help her up and asked her if she was okay. And she said that I was going to be a very loving, caring person when I grew up. And my early years were very blurred out, um, really just kind of fragments. My earliest memory that I can recall in my lifetime was being in Gilroy, California at my grandparents' house. I believe I was about 4 years old, and I ran into the room. It was nighttime, and I remembered I came into the room, came across the side, and I was reaching up, trying to get help into the bed. And I sat in the middle between them, and we watched Babe. You know, that movie back in the 90s about the pig. Um, all the way up to a couple years later, a birthday party that was really a horrible experience at Chuck E. Cheese. Little fragments here and there. Um, really, I have no memory of my early life. That's the funniest thing. And this is just straight up Pepsi, by the way. Pepsi Chang. Um, I grew up and I grew up in California where I was born. Most of my life was, that I can recall, I lived in Salinas. I moved up here 2001, on my mom's birthday. Actually, today, funny enough, today is my mom's birthday. And when we came here, I didn't realize that this place was going to be just different from what I knew growing up. I was always the outcast kid. I never really fit into most of the social groups. I ended up getting more of the help classes, I guess you'd say. Um, at that time frame, I was doped up on many different types of like the 90s medications, like Ritalin. I remember being one of the worst. It was like absolutely vegetative zombie. I could not go ahead and comprehend anything. Um, that might that might explain why some of my early years I don't remember. That would make a lot of sense. But there came a certain point when I just said, "Hey, they need to stop. Like I'm doing good now." And I've been fine ever since. Um, so which brings me current to being